What up, Bulls Nation? We've got a live CHGO Bulls podcast coming up for y'all right around the corner. On today's show, Kendall Gill. Get his thoughts on everything going on this Bulls offseason. Plus, is he still standing proudly on his take from back around February that the Bulls don't need a Cooper Flagg because they already got themselves a Cooper Flagg or somebody better named Matas Buzelis. Next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into the CHGO Bulls podcast. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That over there is Big Dave. Bam, bam, bam. BWL Sports. Queen of the Controls, one of the Katie W. What up, Katie?
What up?
What up? Kendall Gill is not wearing an invisibility cloak from Harry Potter.
Not today.
Not today. He should be here momentarily, but hey, we start on time here at CHGO.
That's how we roll.
Whether Bulls or otherwise.
Yeah, this is true.
We'll see what his excuse is.
Okay.
But I'm gonna make a guess of an excuse, not like what he's gonna say, but for him, there's some bad, slick roads out there.
Yeah.
It's raining in Chicago today.
Yeah.
Could be that rainy traffic.
I can attest that traffic was not fun.
Oh.
When I was on
Hasn't
my way
been for months.
No, like for real. Like it was backed up in sections where I've never really seen it backed up. Like I was like, okay, this is bad. I was like, this is pretty bad going on. But once I hit, the 9-4 and it kind of let up a little bit, then it was a straight shot to the 290. But getting to that 9-4, like it was backed up. Like from the 55 on. Like it was backed up pretty bad.
I say this with all the love in my heart for Kendall Gill. He's going to say it was traffic, okay? And I know this because he said it was traffic for the however many years I worked with him. It is always traffic.
It's always traffic.
Or the other one that he loves is, the bridge was up.
Oh.
The bridge
Was up.
Curse those bridges.
The bridge.
Them bridges, man.
Don't ask him which bridge.
Just like the Dark Knight. Sometimes they just raise all the bridges around the
Nash
city.
bridges, all of them, man. Inside London, all the
Madison
bridges.
County?
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it goes. Madison County. Todd, all of them.
Oh, man.
Like, yeah, man, that's how it goes sometimes, man. Is there an NBA player with the
Jeff?
last name Bridges? Actor, yes.
Never
Bridges.
reliable.
Jeff
Them bridges, man, I tell you.
Look at his roles. He's not a reliable person at all. Oh, my goodness, man.
What if Kendall's like, I got in a road rage fight with Jeff Bridges on the way here?
Oh, man, I got in a road race fight with Jeff Bridges on a bridge, over bridges, over troubled waters.
Oh,
play the lottery
goodness.
if that happens, ladies and gentlemen, today. Play that lottery today.
Play it.
If it goes down, man. But I am excited to talk to him.
Me too,
It's
man.
always fun to talk to him, get his takes, and find out where his mind is. Find out about Phoenix as well.
Oh, dude, I saw something that Kendall posted on Insta this morning of his Northwestern coach. Good old Chris Collins, right? Doug's son is still the Cats coach. Talking and singing praises of Phoenix with some, highlight package stuff. And man, that kid looks like he's going to be good.
He looks serious, right?
Looks like
he's not playing around. Bro.
I want to ask Kendall if he's still playing one-on-one with him at all, or if he's if he's throwing in the towel.
Yeah, I remember
throwing in that old man towel.
Yeah, he talked last time how it was getting close to where he's not going to be playing him anymore. Because I remember he talked about when he dunked on him. I remember that video came out of when he yammed on him, dog. And he was like, yeah, it's getting close. We're getting close to that time, dog. Like, I'm not going to be doing this anymore. So. But yeah, I mean, if you're not going to be doing it, it's because your son is really good at it. Like, how can you be mad at any of this?
I like shout out to everybody hanging out with us in the chat. Hit that like button. Believer said Kendall just texted me. He'll be there in 7 minutes. Joel Hernandez, what up, Joel? Saying I predict Mr. Gill will be here in 7 minutes and 16 seconds.
Oh,
we got some over-unders, kind of happening.
Yeah, let's set it right there, man. I like this.
That's right. Dave, I was just thinking about it. So when we had Kendall join us in studio last offseason, it was a little bit earlier in the offseason. It was leading up to draft week. And it was the day that the Caruso for Giddey trade happened. You remember that?
It was.
Kendall was sitting here on set with us when the breaking news happened.
I remember everything about it.
It was wild.
Because we were all four of us were here.
Yep.
We were sitting here, and literally with 1 minute to go, Joey said, "Oh no!" And I was like, "We were like, dude, what happened? What's wrong?" The Bulls, and he told the trade, and we were like, "And what else?" And he was like, "That's all it said.
That's it."
And I said, no, it's probably stuff coming later. We're not.
There's going to be some draft picks in a subsequent tweet.
Yeah. I remember that show. We sat and I kept saying that, like, no, it's good. And then during the show, they were like, no, that's the trade. That's it. And I was, oh man, I was not pleased.
As I recall, Kendall was a fan of the move.
He was.
When
he
it
liked
happened.
Josh Giddey. Yeah.
And everybody is allowed to, have a change of opinion as you learn more things and watch more things. But as I recall, Kendall liked the move when it happened. So I'm curious, after a season of Giddey and knowing where we are now and the ongoing restricted free agent negotiations that have yet to be settled, I'm curious what Kendall thinks about the Josh Giddey for Caruso trade a year later.
You're right. He was really high on him, really just thought high of his point guard skills that he had. Was like he didn't think he was a terrible defender. I remember him saying, he was like, I don't think he's terrible. He's not great. He was like, but I don't think he's just a really bad one. And so when Kendall says that kind of stuff to you, you're like, okay, let me check this out. Because if Kendall Gill is telling me this dude ain't the worst defender, then he's not. That's how I'm going to say it. But, yeah, man, like I always like his takes and what he has to say, especially when it comes to money. Always down with the money takes and how he has it, man. But he's a wise person who's played in the league a very long time and had a very successful NBA career.
That's true. Denzel in the chat saying Cooper Flagg and Matas Buzelis are long lost brothers, brother from another mother. Yeah, I mean that is the one that I truly cannot wait to ask Kendall about.
Yeah.
This man was out there. It was around the trade deadline this past season. And I think he was doing like a hit for 670 to score, maybe. Or it was either that or it was on their set.
Okay.
But yeah, said, Katie, do you have that quote from Kendall? We can circle back to it when he gets here.
Sure.
But, I mean, this was maybe the boldest take from a Bulls person, a Bulls analyst that I heard all of last season.
Okay.
He said, guess what, guys? You already have Cooper Flagg. He's bigger, handles the ball better, more athletic. They both have the same mentality. He can also shoot the basketball better. That was Kendall Gill talking about Matas Buzelis.
Yeah.
And the Bulls fans who were crossing their fingers and hoping for the right ping pong balls in the NBA draft lottery. Mm.
Yeah.
It's a bold take.
I mean,
we have Cooper Flagg at home. Like, that's just a crazy thing to
we're
say.
We're not going to the McDonald's drive-thru. We have Cooper Flagg at home.
That's exactly what I was going with that. Like, you know what I mean? I want McDonald's. I think burger better than McDonald's. Better than McDonald's? But that, to flex a little bit, he told me that take like 2 weeks before when we were just talking.
Flex.
Like on the phone. And he told me that. And I said, what? That's the second I said. I said, wait, what? And he said, dude, we got it. And then he went into it a little more. And I was like, oh, okay. All right. I hear you. But when he said it on the score without the context, everybody just kind of, went crazy on it. You know what I mean? What it's saying with it, man. So, yeah, I'd like to know what that was like for him. You know what I mean? To, kind of go viral, quote unquote.
Yeah, that quote made its way around quite a bit.
Yeah, seriously, man. And I want to know if he talked to Matas about it. Also, like if that got back to Matas,
right.
You know what I'm saying? If he had anything to say about it. So, yeah, a lot of those kind of questions I have because it's a heck of a take that I hope is right.
Yeah, well, and, people went like digged up footage of Matas and Cooper playing one-on-one against each other back when they were still both in high school, and everybody's like, all right, how accurate is this take? We break it down.
Right.
And then we watched Cooper drop 31 in that summer league game. It was like, oh, okay.
Okay. Matas had 28.
Yeah.
Matas dropped 28.
It's true.
About a few rebounds with that as well. Like, and he wasn't a terrible game. He was angry about the first game that he played and how underwhelming it was to him. And for him, like, I had the expectations that I had for Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
I really did. In this summer league, I'm saying. Like, I said it on the show. I wanted to see Matas go out there and dominate. I wanted to see 30 points and 10 rebounds. I want to see that. And in that first game, I think the first thing that I liked was he got to the line a ton. Mm-hmm. He didn't shoot the ball well, but he got to the line a ton. And second game, when he came out more focused, and if you watched him during that pregame, you could tell he was way more focused on that. He wasn't playing around. He wasn't choking around, bro. Like, he was more stoic in that one. So when that second one came around, yeah, he got to the line again, but I mean, we saw the highlights, bro. Like some of those dunks were nasty, and those shots he was hitting were nasty, and crossing people over and getting to the rim, like all that was really fun to watch and see him do. And plus, you saw the size also, you know, because he was taking those hits but brushing them off. You know, not he fell to the ground I think once when he was on the ground, and you know, kind of like ouch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That hurt. But outside of that, like he took on a lot of that pressure, a lot of that pain, and still converted at the foul line.
Yeah.
That's the key of that strength and muscle that he kind of added on, man. So, yeah, he kind of did what I was expecting for Cooper Flagg. I just needed to see a game of that. I already know he can do everything else. Just give me that game of you dominating, and then we can move on.
Denzel in the chat saying, can't complain. 2 Matas or 2 Coopers, same difference.
Right.
Would have been a future duo tandem since Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Unfortunately, the basketball guys don't like us. Gave the number 1 pick to the Mavs. So I think it's silly to argue Cooper versus Matas at this point in time because we haven't watched Cooper's rookie season yet. We do know what we know about Matas' rookie season. I also think it's like, hey, kind of like what Denzel just said in the chat. Like, hey, you know what's better than 1 Matas Buzelis or 1 Cooper Flagg? 2 of them?
2.
Playing together as teammates? Like,
Playing the role of Kendall Gill.
hey,
Everybody.
look at that.
Shout out.
Movie magic.
Fighting the line
From
out.
Giddey.
Fighting the line out. But your point, so I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
No, it's just like, I think the reason that I kind of rolled my eyes at that comment from Kendall a little bit, and like, I know what he was trying to say, and the Matas Buzelis believer in me, which is a very strong, big part of me as a Bulls fan right now, was like, I want that take to be accurate.
Yes.
At the same time, I also would really like Cooper Flagg to come join him and be Matas' teammate. It's like, we don't need Cooper Flagg, guys. I was like, I think we kind of still do need Cooper Flagg.
Okay, that part. Okay, I'm with you on that part. I didn't look at it that way, but I'm with you on that part because I see that right there.
Can we get Matas somebody to run with?
Yeah. Even if Matas turns out to be Matas, I'm still taking Cooper Flagg on this team. Like, or if you're saying, hey, I got a star here, no, I'm still taking more stars.
Right.
You still want more talent. You don't want to be devoid of that. So, yeah, I 100% agree with you on that one right there.
Mark Anderson in the chat saying he thinks Cooper Flagg is more polished as far as skills, but Matas has more of a ceiling.
Yeah.
Interesting take.
That is a very interesting take, man.
Like, I do think parts of Cooper's game are more refined right now than Matas's.
That's why he's number 1 pick.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if I can get there to agree with Kendall about the handles. Like,
Okay.
I'm not saying Cooper Flagg is like any Kyrie Irving level, player with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
But we know that Matas' handles are still a work in progress.
Sure.
We saw some of that in his 2 games of summer league action.
Yeah.
Saw him taking on more of the ball handling responsibilities, which great, used summer league to do that.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress, man.
And there was a lot of talent on that Duke team where Cooper Flagg was a one and done player.
Yeah.
But he had the ball in his hands a lot.
A lot. And even on that team that had a bunch of first-round talent that got drafted as well, including Con Knipple, who was the point guard. Still, in fact, the ball was in the hands of a guy like Cooper Flagg because you can trust those kind of things.
We can circle back to this when Kendall gets here, but I don't think we actually talked about this when it happened. Did you guys see Matas say that he's willing to die on the hill that Carmelo Anthony is the greatest scorer ever?
Yeah, he said that last year, I think. And I'm mad at myself because I didn't ask him that when we did the interview, Flex, with him. But I've definitely heard him say that before. He is a colossal fan of Carmelo Anthony.
Which is, I was trying to do the age math. Matas is what, 19?
Yeah.
So obviously he missed watching Jordan.
Yeah.
Way too young for that. But I was trying to think dude, is he even old enough to have remembered and seen prime Carmelo? Because prime Carmelo was also a while ago now.
It was like 03, 04.
Yeah.
For Melo right there. So, but Melo is still kind of on the cusp, you know what I'm saying, of what young kids kind of know. Even
Matas was born in 2004.
Yeah.
Which,
so,
Ouch.
Yeah, you can say he kind of grew up with them. You know what I mean? If you want to put it
I
that
get
way.
maybe like watching Carmelo's, highlight reel packages on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because YouTube existed for all of Matas' childhood.
I mean, and when he's 10, Melo's about 10 years in the league, still doing his thing. So, yeah, I can see that.
Okay, yeah, like New York Knicks Melo.
Yeah, man, Nick Melo. Whew.
Is when he was with Amari Stoudemire on a couple of those Knicks teams that thought about being good and then weren't. But like Melo was still getting buckets.
He was constantly.
Roasted that one nationally televised Bulls Knicks game.
Yeah.
The
when he hit
Melo
that game,
Dagger. Brutal.
Nasty.
All
Disgusting.
right, we're gonna knock out a couple of ads real quick. When we come back, maybe Kendall Gill's gonna be here. Or maybe just Jimbo from Sales is going to be here. I don't know. Stick around to find out. Hit the like button.
Before you, Jim.
Today's show brought to you by Empire. Just like your team needs home court advantage, you need some home floor advantage. And Empire's flooring experts are dedicated to helping you with all of your flooring needs. They focus on flooring every single day, every week, every year. Flooring is all they do. Plus, Empire and their team bring the flooring experts and the showroom right into your home. Pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. See how it looks with your furniture and everything else. Get precise measurements taken and have all your questions answered so there are no surprises. With Empire, you get clear upfront and all-inclusive pricing, plus schedule installation as soon as the next day because nobody likes to wait. Schedule a free and-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. And CHGO listeners can get a $350 discount when you use promo code CHGO. Just use promo code CHGO when you go to empiretoday.com/CHGO for the full details. 588-2300 Dave.
Empire
Today.
Yeah. Making Money Moves should be just like an interview from Katie. Should be simple and smooth. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, there's Cash App. There's no extra hoops to jump through. There's no extra stress. There are no woozies. And for the love of vacation, goat, there are no wazies at all, ladies and gentlemen.
Get them out of here.
And for a limited time only, new Cash App users can use this exclusive code, get some additional cash. For real, it's no catch. Just download Cash App and sign up. Use that exclusive referral code CHGO Bulls in your profile. Send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 dropped right into your account. A kerplunk. The sound of cash always is kerplunk. Terms apply.
That's money?
That's Cash App.
Woo!
Terms apply. That's all I'm looking for.
Oh, you were looking for terms apply.
That's all I'm looking for.
I thought you were looking for the front half of the slogan.
No, I got that. I got that. I'm just reading. We were off on our points today.
Yeah,
That's all.
just a
We
little
were
off. It's
Yeah.
okay. We'll get there. We roll along, CHGO Bulls, on Wednesday afternoon. Thanks for being here. If you are hanging out on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. And, of course, also the subscribe button. Great news, guys. And here he is.
Look at him.
Right on the heels of our first ad break.
Oh, no, I'm out
Kendall
the
Gill in the house. That traffic must have been terrible, huh? Hey. Oh, man. Chicago summer traffic, right?
Yeah.
Bulls Nation, Flying Illini legend, NBA vet, Bulls analyst for CHSN, pre and post game. Our pal Kendall Gill is here.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
All right.
Who had them in the lottery in the lottery poll?
People in the chat were
418?
guessing over-unders on when you show up.
Yeah. Who had 418?
Everybody was way too early with their
Everybody's
guesses.
way too early. Oh, guys. It's all right.
Oh, my God.
We'll play it again next time.
Well, I would have been quicker had I not had to get into that tight parking.
The parking,
it's the parking
the
spot
parking
now,
garage.
too. Oh, that's the problem now, too. Y'all know when you drive a spaceship, like Kendall Gill, you can't just park that everywhere. You know what I mean? I understand. I'm sorry, Kendall Gill. A little measly parking spots for your amazing cars.
Yep. Bears tight end Cole Kmet had a real rough oopsie the first time he tried to park down there.
Did he really?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
brought his big old truck. And
Yeah, you
just,
got to watch yourself, man. you got to have some skills to park in this garage.
This is true.
This is true.
Yeah,
This is
definitely,
true.
man.
You have them, and you got it.
I mean, Kendall, how are you, man? How's your off season?
That's good.
Yeah?
It's good. I mean, it's I'm on the golf course all the time with my son.
With Coda?
Yeah,
That's
and I don't play at all.
You're just his caddy.
I'm just his caddy, So I have to tell you, man, I've never been on a golf course this much in my life. I mean, and it's every day that you have to take them and go to practice, and then he plays 9 to 18 every day. Then he has to putt and chip after that, 45 minutes. So, and then we go to the range, hit a large bucket of balls every day. So, you know, I've learned more about golf this summer.
I mean,
than ever.
Do you enjoy it though, or are you thinking like I should get him a caddy that isn't me, so I have some more time?
I'm in a dad frat for a reason, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You know, I really enjoy actually being out there on the course with him.
I mean, there are worse ways to spend, nice, beautiful summer days. I think there's a reason that a lot of people love being out on the golf course on nice days.
That is true.
But speaking of being an awesome dad, how's Phoenix? I just saw your video on Instagram earlier today. You know, his coach singing his praises. He's getting really excited about, year one at Northwestern.
Yeah, he's doing well. I mean, and this is Northwestern's highest rated recruiting class ever.
No kidding.
They got 5 kids that they recruited that can really play, and 5 kids that I think that are going to be there for 3 or 4 years. Because now in the day of NIL and everything in the transfer portal, you don't have guys stay together that long.
Right, yeah.
And I think for a college program to be successful, that you need to at least maintain your core for about 3 or 4 years. And if you can do that, now we're talking about, you going far, winning the Big Ten, winning the Big Ten tournament, perhaps going far in the NCAA tournament, going to the tournament every year.
Yeah.
That's how you have to build your program.
Right.
Yeah.
How would have NIL changed you in college? Like, would it strictly still be Illinois, or would you have stayed?
Oh, I would have stayed.
Okay.
I would have stayed. I mean, my mom and dad would have not let me leave.
No matter what.
Okay. Yeah, we don't believe in, if something doesn't work out for you, running and trying to change everything else, because, my dad always used to tell me, everywhere you go, there you are.
Right.
You're going to have the same problems if you go to another school that you had at the one you just transferred from. And, I said this on a podcast a while back that, college basketball now is like, in my opinion, is somewhat like a marriage, and what are you going to do every year if it doesn't work out? If you're not working out with your spouse, you're going to go get married 2 or 3 times? I mean, before you settle down on one?
Some people try that.
Some people try it. Some people try it, but I'm not one of those guys.
Not this man.
Yeah, I'm not one of those guys. So, I believe in staying there, dealing with your problems, overcoming it, and, being successful. And hopefully, Phoenix will have a great career at Northwestern.
So Northwestern does that weird trimesters thing, right?
They do.
So whether they don't start their fall semester until a little bit later than most colleges.
Right.
But so what about him and the basketball team? Like, have you gone through as a parent the whole oldest kid leaving the nest process yet, or is he already gone? Is
he's already gone? Yeah, he's already gone. And
you okay?
No. Hey, look. Because I'm such a hands-on dad, and they call me a helicopter dad. But the problem that I had, but it was time for him to leave.
Yeah,
because he's feeling. We know how it is.
Yeah,
when we're 18 years old, it was time.
I was giving my parents all kinds of headaches and gray hairs when I was waiting to go off to college.
Right. So
you take out the trash. You know what I mean? Like what?
So I knew it was his time too. So I knew this day would come, but. I didn't anticipate when he left that he wouldn't call. You know what I mean? And check in with
They need
dad.
reminders at that age.
Yeah, but
hey, call us.
But he hasn't called me yet. He calls his mom every once in a while.
Okay.
But
that lets you know he's all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's okay. I try to pretend like I don't care, right? But I'm dying inside. Like I'm sad.
Tell him I said, hey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
The breakup was your idea, right? I'm going to dump you before you dump me.
And the thing is, man, I've been this. Tough athlete my whole life and everything, but I never thought that it would affect me. But when you got kids, man, it's totally different.
Different beast. What's it gonna be like for you for his first game? Are you really ready, prepared for that to sit and watch that?
Yeah, I am. All my life. Well, not all my life, but ever since Phoenix was born and Coda, I've had I had visions in my mind of seeing him at the Assembly Hall or the State Farm Center down in Illinois, playing in an Illini jersey, but it's not going to be that way. It's going to be he's going to be in purple and white, but it's going to be just as fun to watch him.
It's crazy, man. Like time really does fly. it doesn't seem like that long ago when we were all hanging out working together at NBC.
Yeah.
It was like, I think it was year one of Outsiders, right? It was 2018 or 19.
Yep.
And you were every night just ragging me about D-Rose putting up these big box
D-Rose
scores, right?
And I've been seeing you hanging out with D-Rose in Vegas and,
we
and
got
all
to
that.
meet
You think,
D-Rose
yeah.
at Vegas. It was great. And you know what? I showed him all the respect in the world. I didn't break down and cry, but like literally I got to tell him how much I appreciate him as a Bulls fan. And like, hey, I may not have thought.
Big Dave, is that true?
It's true.
It's true.
He got close to crying, though, Kendall. He was close. 100%.
Okay,
He was close.
all right.
I
He
may
was
not have
respectful.
thought in 2018 or 19, like you, that it was the best idea for Derek and or the Bulls and their fans to bring him back, because we had more important things to worry about, in my opinion, than a D-Rose reunion. But like one night, you had your sons do your dirty work and send them out onto our Outsiders set.
I did.
You had them ask me, like, hey, do you see what D-Rose did tonight? And I remember them being like, they weren't even tall enough to like look over the table on our set.
Yeah.
And now Phoenix is like off at college. Like, that's
he's
crazy,
off to
man.
college and Coda yesterday, he started driving, got his permit.
Wow.
So I'm driving him around the city now, and he's
gonna be an empty nester soon.
I'm gonna be an empty
Kendall,
nester, man. Empty nester, man. I still got the dog.
Okay, all right. Cool.
Got the dog,
Okay,
man.
still got the dog.
But he's 8 and he's growing. He's on his last legs.
You still have your wife. You still have
I
that.
still got my wife.
And you know what? Like, so you still got one kid around the house for a couple more years, right? Coda's
Yeah,
what? Going to be a
2
sophomore? Or
No, he's gonna be a junior.
Going to be a junior? Oh, my
Junior.
2
more years, yeah.
So,
Oh,
like,
man.
cherish those.
I will.
And then, you and Wendy can go back to having fun. Doing what you want to do.
No, we will, man. And it's
Working out every day.
working out every day and things like that.
60-40 club.
60-40 all
going,
day.
and going to see the kids and things like
Yeah.
that. So I mean, we'll find something to do.
Yeah, I'm sure of it, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So you got both your kids there. So what is Kendall Gill off season like? Is it just being a caddy? You know what I'm saying, for Coda, or what else is it
Yeah,
incorporated?
pretty much just being the caddy for Coda and spending more time with my wife because now she's like Phoenix isn't here, so you only got one kid to train, and now where's my time, and things like that. So you guys aren't married.
Yeah, you look real excited to have this conversation.
Yeah, y'all not married, so you don't realize the things you got to do, man. And that happy wife, happy life stuff, that's true.
That's a real thing.
That is true, man. You keep your wife happy, man, you're gonna have a happy
I
life.
think that's a little fair and imbalanced.
Yeah.
You know what else rhymes? Happy spouse, happy house. Like, why is it all got to be about
That's
this
true.
person's
Well,
happiness?
he's right. You're not married.
Right, that's true. But I was gonna try and sell that to your wife.
You're right. You're right.
Your
My
wife-
non-existent wife.
Yeah, your non-existent wife. All the guys out there that know that are
man.
married, they know what I'm talking
I ain't
about.
married, but yeah, I know that one. Like, no, man. That's how it is. But yeah, man, the Bulls, bro. Like, because I know that obviously that's your focus and what you're looking at. Like, are you excited for this upcoming season for the Chicago Bulls?
I'm excited because I want to see another year of improvement from Matas. You guys know I'm the biggest. He's my new Derrick Rose.
We were talking about
He's my
your
new Derrick
modest
Rose.
Cooper take before you walked in.
Yeah.
We're gonna circle back to that.
We'll get into that,
Yes,
but
sir.
I want to see another year of maturation of what Coby White can morph into now that he knows his role.
Yeah.
He's not going to have to adapt to a different role. I mean, I thought that the season previous to this one that he was right there on the brink of, in my opinion, at the end of the season, I thought that he was playing just as well as any guard in the league. And then you throw him having to play off the ball when Josh Giddey comes, and now he has to change his role again. But then he got his legs under him halfway throughout the season. Yeah. Then he started being that Coby again that we thought was going to turn into an all-star. But you got to give props to Coby, man. Being a professional, being able to adapt to the different situations and still perform, and then coming out of it the way that he came out of it at the end of the season. Coby White is one of my favorite players on this team. And, I just can't wait to see another year. And Coby, what is Coby now, 24, 25?
Well, I think he's probably 25 now at this
25,
point.
Still a baby.
Crazy. Like,
young.
so he did his one and done year at UNC, right?
Yeah.
And then Bulls drafted him 2019. That was so in between our two Outsiders years. Yeah. So this will be year 7 coming up for Coby in the NBA. He's 25.
Wow.
25.
Something else. Still a baby, man.
Still a baby. Yeah. Today's show, still just a baby in the grand scheme of things. We got plenty more to talk about with our pal Kendall Gill. We got to knock out a couple ads right here. Hit the like button for Kendall while you're listening to these ads, and we'll be right back.
Looking to buy, sell, trade, or rip open a pack of cards? Arena Club is changing the hobby with their transparent slab packs and no-fee auctions. You got to check out those slab packs, y'all. Arena Club makes it easy to collect the cards that you love. You can also decide to take an instant cash offer based on market value. That is amazing. You can get authentic graded cards instantly at Arena Club. You decide, hold, sell, or just have them shipped to you directly. Arena is the most trusted name, Arena Club, the most trusted name in the game. And if you're heading to the 45th Annual National Sports Collectors Convention, be sure to stop by the Arena Club booth. All happening on July 30th through August 3rd at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois. They'll have special promotions and all that cool stuff ready just for you. Right now, you can get 20% off your first slab pack or card purchase by going to arenaclub.com/CHGO and use that code CHGO. Arena Club. Rip 'em.
Today's show also brought to you by Circa Sportsbook. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary. The app to bet is Circa Sports Illinois. Circa Sports is sports betting the way it should be. Circa Sports Illinois has high betting limits, low holds, and exceptional customer service featuring real human beings with hearts and lungs and all of the other important vital organs the customer service agents need, unlike the robots who got none of them organs. Not a single organ. Bet on all your favorite teams in every game this season. Spreads, props, futures, even in-game betting, Circa Sports has it for you. So fund and bet like a pro anytime, anywhere in Illinois. What are you waiting for? Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 and older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Like, oh, that must have been tough.
Yeah.
We roll along CHGO Bulls live on Wednesday afternoon. Our pal Kendall Gill, CHSN Bulls pre and post with Jason Goff. Catch him coming up for another fresh season. So, Kendall, you were talking about your excitement to watch another year of Matas.
Right.
You went a little viral back in February.
I did.
Talking about your admiration for Matas. And as a big believer in Matas, I get behind it. But a lot of people say, whoa, Kendall, what?
You're always the contrarian when it comes to my opinion.
What's it?
Not like that. When has this started?
I've never disagreed with anyone's takes ever. How dare you? But just to refresh our memory, Katie, let's take another look at this quote from Kendall, who said, guess what, guys? You already have Cooper Flagg. Bigger, handles the ball better, more athletic. They both have the same mentality. He can also shoot the basketball better. Kendall Gill, are you standing on that take coming into this season?
Hey, 10 toes down.
10 toes down.
I'm standing on it. Okay? Because did you guys saw what Matas is capable of when he got the minutes.
Sure did.
Right? Matas, and for all the fans out there, don't forget, Matas was considered for the number 1 pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
He was talked about as the number 1 pick in the draft.
True. So it's crazy. People are still trying to figure out why exactly he fell. He had a bad shooting year in the G League for a Ignite team that was bad.
Right. I could not believe that kid fell to 11. Okay. I thought he was definitely a top 5 pick, but he falls to the Bulls at 11, and you got to take him because of the talent that he has. And look, he's 6'10". He can handle the basketball. He's got the ability to play defense, be a rim protector. True. He can do everything. And on top of that, he's got a little bit of nastiness to him.
Yes, he does.
He's got an attitude.
Got a little bit of crazy.
You know, and you need that.
Oh, for sure.
Okay? And the thing is, he thinks he can be a star. He believes it. And when I see guys like that, I want them on my franchise. Okay? Now, a coin flip that we could have had them both. Right? If the coin flip had gone right, we would have had them both.
Coin flip away.
So, I don't necessarily disagree. It's too early to know. We might end up watching Matas Buzelis have a better and more dominant NBA career than Cooper Flagg. It's entirely possible.
Yeah.
The only thing I push back on with that quote is like, yeah, can we get both? I'm excited about Matas. I would also like Cooper Flagg, please.
I would have loved for that to happen. I mean, that would have been great.
Bulls won a few too many games in March and April.
Hey, yeah, look, but we had a 50-50 chance, man. The coin flip just didn't go to us.
So with that said, Kendall, and we all feel that way about Matas. We love Matas Buzelis, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, Matt's whole sanity and hopes is hanging on Matas Buzelis. Like,
it's the Matas show up here 24/7.
I love him, bro. He's great. Yeah. What is your expectation for him going into this season? What do you want to see from him to further cement your point of what you're saying about
I expect him to take another step. I expect for him to average between 15, 17 points a game. Okay. I expect for him to average between 8 and 10 rebounds a game. I expect for him to be considered one of the best defenders in the league because of his ability to protect the rim, his ability to guard 4 positions. I expect for him to take another step towards being the face of this franchise. Because, look, Coby, of course, everybody loves Coby. Mm-hmm. People love Josh Giddey. But it's Matas who we're putting our chips in on.
It's interesting. Okay? We were talking to Chuck Swirsky right in that same seat yesterday, and he said the same thing. And I think a lot of people are saying that. And why do you think that is? Is it just because the Rook, who had a really strong finish to his rookie season, when also playing very well in that same stretch of time and games, were Coby and Josh, and we're still sitting around wondering what Giddey's contract is going to look like.
Yeah,
Coby's entering the expiring year, season on his contract, and it's like, but people keep talking about Matas being the face,
right? Because you guys saw what he was able to do, even after I put all that pressure on him and everything. Right? I put all that pressure on Matas, said that he's better than Cooper Flagg. He still performed.
He did.
And he was doing this against top NBA guys. Yeah. And believe me. Okay, and this is from my experience in the league. When you see, as a veteran, when you see a young player like that did what he was able to do to show the skill level, you're like, oh, he's going to be a problem. Yeah. And believe me, he knows it. He was successful throughout the NBA season last year, and he wants to improve on that. Mm-hmm. He knows all the comparisons about Cooper Flagg. Yeah. He and Cooper Flagg been battling since they kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, true indeed.
They've been battling. So this is one of those rivalries that's probably going to go all throughout their NBA careers. Mm-hmm. And I think it's great for the league. It's to have rivalries like that. I think it's great for our franchise, and that's why I believe in this kid so strongly. And I've been watching him since he's in the 7th grade. He used to play with the Mac Urban Fire. Okay. I've been watching him in practice and watching him grow and watching him get better. And, because my son Phoenix played on the junior Mac Urban Fire, and then Matas a little bit older than him. So, they used to practice against each other. I knew Matas was going to be great way back when he was in a freshman, sophomore in high school.
Wow. That's really cool.
That's very cool.
So,
that's very cool.
So, and it just happened that he got drafted by the Bulls.
Right, yeah.
A team that I do the halftime and post-game show for.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And here's another thing. He backs it up.
That's true.
Okay? Every time he gets on the floor, he does something positive.
No, it's true.
Okay, he backs it up. And when you got a guy that can talk crap and back it up too, I'm all in on that guy.
That's what I like to hear.
I think everybody is. Matas, I think most Bulls fans would assume he's going to earn himself a starting spot at training camp because he earned himself a starting spot most of the rest of the rookie season after the All-Star break. We just drafted Noah Asenge with the 12th overall pick. We got a lot of these young toolsy wings around here. What do you make of what's going on with Patrick Williams? Like, is the Patrick Williams experiment over? Much like the campaign experiment was over back in the day. The man still has 4 years.
You still remember that one? Huh?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And hey, shout out to Cam. He found himself a 2nd and 3rd NBA career after the Bulls.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he did.
That is honestly how I felt watching Pat's season peter out. Like, I just what is left? I don't know if, as an NBA player yourself, like, do you think it's a mental thing with Pat? Like, why is it that he keeps losing his job to all of these different players?
And why is he comfortable with it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, some guys are just comfortable in that role. you know, and unfortunately for Patrick, you know, he just, you know, hasn't played like the fourth pick in the draft. We've seen signs of it, and on any given night, he's capable of having a big night.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, sometimes as an NBA player, you have to hold yourself to a standard, and you know, maybe him playing the way he played, maybe that's his standard. We see talent in him that says that standard should be a lot higher, you know, which I think that he's capable of. But you know, maybe one day, you know, my accountant, he's passed away now, but you know, he used to say, well, when does your train come in? Well, when it comes in. We don't know what time the train is going to come in, but hopefully it comes in where, you know, he can meet where his talent says that he should be.
Yeah. And we're waiting for it. And like I understand some people are more comfortable coming off the bench. Like I get that aspect of it for sure, but it feels like there's no resistance to him going there. Yeah. And then when he's there, I still kind of see the same things that I saw from him as a starter. So that's why I'm asking that question like Matt asked. Like, it just feels like a mental thing, because when you look at him, you're like, oh, this is what a regular NBA player looks like, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he's a specimen,
the size, the speed,
yeah.
the shooting, the defense, the athleticism. It just feels like he has it all.
Yeah, he does. You know, which is sometimes why we, you know, scratch our heads and say, man, Patrick, man, you got all that talent and everything. You know, let's go. But I mean, you know, you never can tell what's inside a guy's head.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, hopefully Patrick will turn things around this year. What is this? His 6th year?
Oh, well, so no. If that was 6 for Coby, I think Pat
is 5.
This was 5.
Okay, yeah. Okay, this is his 5th year, and you know, maybe now is the time for him to wake up. You know, I'm not going to give up on him because he's a great talent, but we'll see.
We'll see.
This will be year 6 for Pat.
Year 6.
Going into 6, man.
Hey.
Man, I mean,
hey, it's about that time.
It's about that time, man.
Is he going to average 9 points and 4 rebounds or 10 points and 3 rebounds? We'll find out.
It's about that time.
But so there's a lot of young talent on this team. Like Julian Phillips still here. You know, Chuck was saying he's still really high on him and wants to see something from him. Dalen Terry. Then you got the guys who arrived in the midseason, you know, Levine trade. Kevin Huerter still here, got a year left on his deal. Zach Collins still here. Is there a particular, like, training camp minutes battle that you're looking forward to watching and who comes out on top? Is like Billy's going to have some tough calls to make about who makes that rotation and who doesn't out of the gate.
Well, the center position.
Yeah.
You know.
Vooch still here, man.
Vooch is still here, man. Vooch is still. Hey, look, everybody like we're going to trade Vooch. Vooch has been getting traded for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
But he's the only one left. He's the last of the Mohicans.
It's
right?
true. It's true.
He's the last one. But, you know, will the Bulls get faster and say, look, you know what, Vooch, we want to bring you off the bench. We want to give Zach Collins a chance. You know, because Zach did a great job.
He did.
He
kind of supplanted Jalen Smith, after he arrived.
He did. He did a great job in his role of starting. You know, Jalen Smith did a great job coming off of the bench. As a matter of fact, I would keep Jalen Smith coming off the bench. He would be my guy coming off the bench. Stretch the floor, knocking down threes. He can play both the center position and the 4. But, you know, I think the center position, you know, would be a interesting battle.
Yeah.
It would be. So
I was talking to Chuck about that yesterday and asking him, saying those same things, because it feels like that's the one true battle, is that backup center position. If Vooch is going to be here between Zach Collins and Jalen Smith, but you're saying you would rather have Jalen Smith be that backup to Vooch?
I'd rather have Jalen Smith. No, I'd rather have Zach Collins be the backup to Vooch.
Okay.
But Jalen coming off as the backup 4, or if he has it, or if you need to run small ball, him being at the center position.
Okay, yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think people are still wondering, is there a market for Vooch? You know, we were talking with Mark Stein about that recently, and he's been, like you just said, dude, Vooch has been getting traded for the last 5 years, and he's never been traded. Right. But I think if you're Billy Donovan coming into this season and Vooch is still here, that 20-10 is just walking into the gym like every night. It's kind of crazy to think, like, especially with the center market right now, and free agency is basically over. The Bulls have what they have. Vooch is, unless AK all of a sudden here's a trade offer that he hasn't heard anything close to over the last several years that's too good to turn down, Vooch is your starting five. Yet again, coming in, and maybe there will be something, at next season's trade deadline, but if you're Billy, Vooch gives you the best chance to win every night.
No, he does, because he's, like you said, he's a walking double-double, and of course, he's going to. He had a great year last year.
Yeah, incredible.
Great rebounding.
He's trying to get himself out of here, I think, with some of that motivation.
Yeah, I mean, some people were even talking about him before All-Star break, that he possibly could be an All-Star.
Yeah,
so,
he was putting up those kind of numbers. We got to knock out our last couple of ads. Come back on the other side. I got to get Kendall's thoughts on Josh Giddey's contract situation.
Yeah.
Talking about this man who, too early of an NBA career. We're going to make him talk money after this. Hit the like button. Today's show brought to you by Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake.
Hey.
They're firing off fireworks with big savings all month long, y'all. Come in today to shop the Freedom to Save sales event and drive home with $10,000 off MSRP on new Chevy models. Or check out their selection of over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. As one of the top-selling Chevy dealers in the entire Midwest, they're able to keep their prices competitive, so you'll get a great deal. Plus, with that raised price promise, you can shop confidently because the price you see is the price you pay. No hidden fees, no woozies, no wazies, none of that. So go see for yourself. Visit our partner at their convenient location on Route 12 in Fox Lake. And don't miss out on that Freedom to Save sales event going on all month long for $10,000 off MSRP on new Chevrolet models. Shop Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake or at raychevrolet.com.
Matt Peck, what time is it?
Get up!
One of the best things about Game Time is that last-minute deals, y'all. You can save up to 60% off buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, whatever you want to see. You can save money at the last minute. That is an awesome thing. Of course, they got those zone deals, too, which are amazing. Of course, they got that lowest price guarantee, but that Game Time ticket coverage, y'all, the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. But they got them seat views, all right? Where we sitting? Where we stretching? Who get the beer? We're going to go to the bathroom. Where is the exit? All those things you get with the seat views and with Game Time, y'all. So take that guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time aggregate account using CHGO. CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase.
Terms apply.
I said CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase.
Terms apply.
Download Game Time today. Because, Katie, what time is it?
Game time hoot.
Let's go. We are back here, CHGO Bulls, Peck and Big Dave, Katie on the controls, hanging out with our guy Kendall Gill in the house. Hit the like button. All right, Kendall, as of right now, July 30, still no contract signed between Josh Giddey and the Bulls. Everybody believes the deal will get done. There's talks about them just being somewhere $8, maybe $10 million apart in average annual salary. Giddey's looking for that $30 million a year number that some other, contemporaries of his draft class got recently. Those numbers are no longer being tossed around. I know it's a sore subject. You used to tell us all the time back in the day, man, I should be playing in this generation of NBA.
I think you heard that once or twice.
Because what you just said, they're $8 to $10 million apart annually.
Yeah.
I never made that $8 or $10 million in a year ever in my career.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about $8 to $10 million annually.
Right.
Annually.
And that's, we're not even talking max contracts.
Yeah.
I know.
Max contracts, the superstar supermax players these days, getting up around $70 million for a year.
I know.
It's nuts. So with that being the case, what do you see as a fair figure and length of contract for Josh Giddey? Assuming, I'm guessing you want him to stick around because you like what you saw down the stretch.
I like what I saw down the stretch. Particularly, he played better defense. You guys remember in the beginning of the season, they were targeting him.
Yeah,
and
Billy was pulling him in some
Billy
games.
was pulling him.
Yeah,
Look, Josh, you're a handicap to us right now. So he addressed that. He also addressed his shooting.
He did.
Became a much better three-point shooter.
Yeah.
Which opened up his game, his ability to get to the lane. And there's a lot of games at the All-Star break. Giddey was flirting with triple-double before halftime.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know? So I really liked what I saw. Do I like it at $30 million a year? No.
I think Giddey and his agent are the only two on the planet.
Yeah.
I like it at that number.
I don't like it at $30 million a year, but between 20 and 25, I can understand.
This is a reasonable man.
Yes.
Yeah, I can understand that.
It makes all the sense in the world.
And I think eventually that's where they will come in.
Yeah.
Because Josh and his agent probably will realize, okay, I haven't made an all-star team yet.
Yeah.
You know, now if he had made an all-star team,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now it's different.
We talking
That's
28.
why
Yeah.
Zach
Yeah.
LaVine got paid on that contract that ended up being somewhat problematic because he was coming off of consecutive All-Star teams.
Yeah, and Olympics.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. So Josh Giddey, you know, had a great half a season for us, you know, but that doesn't warrant giving $30 million. So
That's all we saying.
Dave agrees.
That's all we saying, dog.
yeah, that's all I'm saying.
That's all we saying.
And eventually, I think that they'll come to that. He and his agent will come to that realization. And heck, I mean, if you believe what he says, sign a 4-year deal, and then go back at it. How old is Josh Giddey? What is he? 24, 25?
22?
Yeah, he's younger than that. He's like
I think.
22.
Okay,
He's
you go.
about to be 23?
Okay, you go back, and you hit it again.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, you know, that guy could still have 2 max contracts ahead of him in his
Yeah.
NBA career if he does turn into that player
Correct.
Yeah,
that
he
he
can
thinks
still
he
do.
is and some Bulls fans think he is.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to realize, and you know, we all have heard this saying before: pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. Right? Just be a pig right now.
That's it.
Okay, then be a hog the next time.
So Dave was on this train early, and more people have started whispering that it could be an option if they really are that far apart. The idea of Giddey playing on a qualifying offer this
Very
upcoming
early.
year, sort of a prove-it deal.
Yeah.
What do you, as a former
Going
NBA
Jimmy
player,
Butler.
yeah, go the Jimmy Butler route. Bet
Butler route?
on myself, and then get paid for real.
Yeah.
What if you're in Josh's shoes? Are you considering that at all?
No.
Because you can
No.
still get way more guaranteed money just taking a smaller figure on a multi-year deal.
Yeah.
Guaranteed money.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking that deal. I mean, you got to go for the security. You got to be a smart businessman. And like you said, he's 22 years old. You got a chance to get other max contracts. So why do that and risk a boatload of money right now? Bird in the hand is better than 2 in the bush. I'm full of cliches today.
I see. I see it.
Right?
You did.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just saying, that Bush-
I'm signing the contract, man.
I hear you, and I think he should. But I think if they can't come to an agreement, it's a solid thing for him to do to bet on himself and still make a nice amount of money for that year. But if he balls out and does his thing like we kind of expect him to do, like it would just raise the stakes on what you can do to the Chicago Bulls as far as what you ask for from this team. And I'll use that example because both of those guys want each other. Like the Bulls want him, and Josh Giddey wants to be here. So if we're going to next year and you have some leverage, because he doesn't have any leverage for me right now.
No, none.
So he can go in with some real leverage next year because other teams will be watching that and seeing that and have some money to pay him, and they can come back to the table with the Bulls like, "What you gonna do?"
Okay, but then what if his jump shot goes in the tank?
Yeah, all of it's a risk.
Yeah,
And I know you ain't about risk.
Well, I'm older now.
Yes, sir.
I'm older now. I don't like risk.
No.
Okay, I don't like risk. But
Before those games tipped off, dutifully studying the Gill portfolio at the office. Oh, I remember.
It is laid out, bro. It is immaculate. It is amazing.
That's right. And Josh has had problems with his ankles.
He has.
Okay, you got to take all of these things into consideration when you got maybe $90 million for 4 years sitting on the table, man.
Yeah.
And I'm young.
Yeah.
And I got an opportunity to go back and get it again. Those are the things that you have to consider.
Yeah.
If I'm his dad, I'm telling him, son, you'd be crazy not to take this deal.
I completely agree with you. But I think that's the issue, though, because Giddey is still holding strong
Yeah.
on what he wants. So I'm like, if you're going to hold that strong, what's wrong with betting on you?
Okay. Well, hey.
At 22,
If he does that,
right?
if he does that, I'm wishing him the best.
Yes, of course.
Of
course.
not for just himself, but for the Bulls franchise, us.
Yes, correct. Correct.
I'd like for him to go in with a deal that both sides can be happy with.
Yeah, I think they'll work something out.
Yeah.
I really do.
Not everybody can be
time.
Jimmy Butler, man.
No.
This is true. It's very
that was
few
one of
and
the
far between.
craziest bet on myself results,
Yes.
like in recent NBA history.
Yeah.
So, Kendall, I wanted to ask you about the rookie that they just drafted, Essengate. We watched him in the summer league when we were down there. Struggled in that first game. That second game, looked much better.
Yeah.
And looked better in that third game, too, outside of, getting yammed on by Johnny Furby. Tough look.
What a way to be initiated.
Just an unfortunate freeze frame of a facial
And
expression.
his face, his face, man,
Yeah, bro.
his face. So.
But outside of those things, what did you think of what you saw from him?
A rookie that needs development. You know, 6'10". I understand what they're trying to go for. You know, two-way players. You look at the Indiana Pacers. You look at the OKC Thunder. Two-way players all over the place.
Yeah.
Guys that can score, guys that can defend, guys that are long rangey, and the whole league is trying to get like that.
Sure.
You know, especially when you can throw a lot of those guys on the court at one time. You know, I actually thought the Indiana Pacers and OKC Thunder, they're mirror images of one another. You know, it's just unfortunate that Halliburton, you know, tore his Achilles at the end. You know, because I thought we would have seen a classic going down in that game 7.
Crazy that they went to 7 like that. You know.
Yeah. But you know, as far as our draft pick, I think, you know, it's going to take them a couple of years to really develop. I mean, I thought, like you said, at first, with the first game I saw, I was like, what? You know, what's going on?
It was a rough entry.
Rough. Yeah. You know, but then he eventually got better and everything, and you know, but that happens with rookies. So you know, I honestly thought we were going to draft Derek Queen. You know, but it didn't happen.
He got hurt too. Yeah.
And then Joe Dumars said, "Hold my beer."
Right.
He picked up that Pelicans landline.
He said, "You did what?
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse."
Right. Wait, what?
Quickly, Kendall, we're almost out of time, but also want to get your thoughts on Okoro. Speaking of, you know, people with something to prove coming into this season, need, you know, one of those young guys. In Patrick Williams' draft class, high lottery pick, didn't quite work out with the Cavs, saw his role shrinking there on that championship contending team. The Bulls cash in their Lonzo Ball trade chip, and that's what comes back. What do you make of it?
I like the move because with Lonzo, as much as we love Lonzo, we got a log jam at the point guard position. So
and there's always the risk of
always the risk of Lonzo.
Is he healthy and for how long?
Right, exactly. And then you get a young, strong player, defensive player, another one of those two-way guys that I just got done talking about, who wants to revitalize his career, is still young. So I like the move, you know, and defensively that kid can get after it, and that's something that we need. You have him, and you have Matas, two defensive-minded players, you know, on the floor at the same time. I think that's good.
Yeah, I was talking when we had Swirsky on yesterday, saying to him, Okoro actually allows you to put it out like an all-defensive lineup.
Yeah.
Something the Bulls have not been able to do for these past few years. You know?
Right. I mean, you know, he could take the role of a Caruso.
Yeah.
Or somebody like that. You know, by the way, shout out to Alex Caruso winning his second championship.
Hey, man. Yes. Good for him.
You know, good for him.
Congratulations.
And his parents.
Living his best life.
Yeah, living his best life, man. So congratulations, Alex Caruso.
Must be nice.
Kendall, I got to ask you this, sir. Yuki Mania.
Yeah. That kid can
you
play.
saw him. Yeah, your opinion on Yuki, sir. What did you see? What are you liking? What are you not liking?
There's nothing that I don't like. Okay. I like everything about him. You know, yes, what is he, 5'8"?
5'8".
Listed.
5'8", but you can see why John Morant loved him, you know, in Memphis. The way that he can control a game by getting paint touches. And we're in an era now that, you know, size really is not an obstacle in the NBA if you can handle the basketball, if you can get paint touches, if you can shoot the basketball.
Right.
You know, but you got to be able to shoot it.
Sure.
And that's the one thing he can do. He can shoot it. He can break you down off of the dribble. And he's got that je ne sais quoi about his game. You know what I mean? He's got that thing. That
flair, man.
He's got the flair.
He was making SportsCenter top 10 highlight reel passes in every game.
Yeah.
Like every other time down the floor, it seemed.
And naturally.
Right.
Like it's not forced. It's just what he does.
So, and I'm going to go on the line. I know that he'll probably serve some time down in the G League. I'm going to go on the line and say that he's going to be the fan favorite.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, when he gets in the game.
Loudest ovations we heard when we were out in Vegas were for Yuki.
Yeah.
And like it wasn't close.
Yeah.
Like that dude has fans.
Yeah, he does.
I just like the fact that it's not just, well, hey, we're cheering on somebody because, you know, he's trying hard and likes it. Like, no, this dude can play.
He can play. Yeah,
he can actually get out there and ball.
He was out there megging people.
Yeah, bro.
He passes through the legs.
That's right. That's right.
Defensively, he was more solid defensively than I think people wanted to give him credit for.
Yeah.
Because of his size. Like, the way he fought through those picks, the way he bothered and created so many turnovers with the over and back with those guards. He was getting on their nerves.
Muggsy used to do the same thing.
Yes, that's right where I was going to.
Teammate of yours.
Yeah, he used to do the same thing.
Speaking of which, real quick before we get out of here, let's take a comment or a question from the comment section from our fans. I think it was the Believer who asked, When you had that season stint with the Bulls towards the end of your career, like who are you tightest with teammate-wise? The 03-04 Bulls. Who could forget?
Pip.
That's
Scotty.
right.
Yeah, I was.
Vet Pip was there
yeah,
too.
because we
Yes,
was
he
always
was.
talking about the young these
Headman Pip.
these effing kids.
One of whom was
Can't say that on here, but
one
that's
of
what
whom
it is.
was a young Kirk Heinrich. It's
Yeah.
Katie's favorite Bull like of all time.
And Kirk was my rookie.
Yeah, he was your rookie?
So yeah,
What'd you do? You
Kirk,
treat him nice, or you?
yeah. Oh, Kirk was great as a rookie, man.
Yeah.
He used to make sure my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and my crayon grape were on the plane and at my seat whenever I got on the plane.
sir.
Kirk was the best, man. Kirk was the best rookie I've ever had.
All right, I got one question I have to ask. What can you give us like an Uncle Will Purdue story? Because we all have our own stories now, but I need to know, like, you worked with them for so long. What is the best Will Purdue story you have?
That Will is a neat freak. And Will has I don't know if you guys ever seen it. He always straightening out his pants legs. Always had to have his notes perfect. Always had, that's Will.
Pressed.
Right there, man.
Press.
Always
that
neat.
one postgame show this
Always-
past season where he just kicked his shoes off and just had his big feet in socks hanging out on set.
always has his pocket square perfect. You know,
Always
That's-
looking clean.
That's Will, man.
But I appreciate the casual look when you show up with us. I know you're also what is it called, the Silver Fox Squad?
Silver Fox Squad. I can't be sharp all the time.
I know you can, but man, let me tell you, y'all.
I
Follow,
can't,
if
I
y'all
can't be wearing a brim
if you
all
don't
the time.
follow Kendall on Instagram, y'all, you're missing out because some of these fly outfits, he's too clean.
That's my alter ego.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, listen, and when we go to these events, you know, I feel like I'm a new edition. Like, you know, because when we walk in the
Katie,
room,
that's
all
a
yeah.
boy band.
all,
Katie.
Yeah.
all
the heads turn.
Oh yeah,
With that many handsome, you know, shall we say, veteran-aged gentlemen
yeah. All the guys
walking
with
in
the-
looking all that sharp.
right.
It's the
Kinda,
telephone
you know what? If that's
man.
something else you can dive into with the kids getting older and going off to college, just
You know you're
Yeah.
showing up to Phoenix Dawn with that suit on.
No, look, no. Listen, he won't let me dress like that.
Oh, for real? He ain't gonna
around
let
his
you do
friends
it?
or anything like that. No.
Oh, my
man.
goodness.
That means you
No,
got to do it.
yeah, I would. I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah, but
Anybody else have a dad that looks this cool? No? All right,
Hey,
cool.
listen, I want to make you guys honorary Silver Fox Squad members.
I'm with it,
but,
bro.
but you got to grow a beard.
Okay.
He get
You
the
got-
with
you
a
got-
mustache. Get
I'm
him
not
in.
gonna-
No,
sometimes
a mustache won't get him in. You got to grow.
It has to be a beard?
Has to be
It
a beard.
has to be a beard. man.
Okay, fine. I'll
And I'll
do
get
it.
you guys some hats from Two Roads.
Okay.
You know, so
I don't know if I
I'm
can
with
pull
that.
that off. I really don't.
I can pull it
you
off.
can pull it
Kevin.
off, man. You can pull it off.
Three-piece suit, beard. What? Can I still rock just a
And
Bulls
sunglasses,
baseball cap
remember.
on it?
Sunglasses too.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Shout out
Honorary
Cherry
man,
Race.
I will come in here dressed to the nines with that hat on.
There you go,
I
man.
promise you.
Bulls Nation, hit the like button if you haven't done it yet. Shout out to our pal Kendall Gill, the one and only.
Yeah.
They'll be there rocking pre and post, per usual. Him, Jason Goff, that great crew over there at CHSN this upcoming season. In the meantime, seriously, follow him on Insta. It's a great time. And shout out to the Wildcats. Go Cats. Good luck to Phoenix.
All right, thank
this
you.
upcoming
Thank you.
season.
Yep.
Fighting
Shout
Illini.
out to Coda. Tell them to keep working hard on the links.
I will. Yeah, shout
Um,
out to the flying Illini too.
in-
Not the,
indeed.
I'm fighting Illini.
You're flying. You're flying.
That's-
Yeah, we're flying.
You're flying. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry.
Bulls Nation, we'll be back tomorrow with another fresh episode and another guest joining us in studio. Stay tuned to find out who that is tomorrow, 4 p.m. Central Time. In the meantime, shout out to Katie, Queen of the Controls. That's Big Dave, Peck, and again, the one and only Kendall Gill. Have a great night. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See you, Red. Be good.
Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.